Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars. We are so glad that you were able to be with us today. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so we hope that you'll be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. We'll first be hearing from today, Clarkson University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Miner. I'm the representative from Clarkson University. Thank you all for taking the time to hear from me today. I'm going to share my screen with you as I have a brief presentation for you guys. Here it is. All right. So I am the representative from Clarkson University for the area of Virginia. I also represent like DC, Maryland, everything around you guys as well. So I spend a lot of time down there. I hope everything's going well with you guys. We are located in Potsdam, New York. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into the presentation. First, I want to just get you going with a little bit about what we're about with our Clarkson motto. The workman that needeth not to be ashamed. And that's, like I said, that's our motto. We're all about hands-on experiences here at Clarkson. We're a small school with 3,300 undergraduates, 270 undergraduate professors with a 13-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. So we're very much about hands-on experience, private research university. So we do a lot of research outside of the classroom as well. And that's kind of why you see the motto that the workman that needeth not be ashamed, because we do work hard here at this school. Here's a picture of some of our students in the Student Center, which was newly renovated 2 years ago now. So students are enjoying some of the features that have been put into there this year. And some of our application requirements now. What we require from you is your high school transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, and we are SAT or ACT optional this year. And we accept the Common App or the Clarkson app, which you can access through our website at www.clarkson.edu/apply now. And both of those are free. We will waive the application fee for those. Some of the requirements for students that are applying to certain schools, because what we do at Clarkson is we require that when you apply to our school that you apply and share with us your intended major. So if you're interested in the School of Engineering, for example, things that are needed are 4 years of math and science. Particularly, we're looking for at least at the very minimum pre-calculus and chemistry and physics for your sciences as well to be in there, just for our engineers to have that strong background, because that'll be needed for your coursework throughout your time here. School of Sciences is the same as well. And for the School of Arts or Business, you need 3 years of math and science. So in the School of Engineering, we have a wide range of majors available to you, aeronautical/aerospace now, because we know that the increased demand for aerospace students has grown. So we've started to supply students with that curriculum. Chemical engineering, civil, computer, electrical, environmental engineering, and mechanical, which is our largest on campus. Software engineering as well. And if you're undecided on what engineering you want to do, but you know you want to be some type of engineer, don't worry about it. You can try out engineering studies, and what we do, because we make your first semester schedule, which is why we ask for your major, we'll set you up for the introductory courses in all engineering that can be used for a wide range of majors in the School of Engineering, so you won't be behind when you decide on your major later on. Here's a picture of some of our students getting hands-on. Like I said, we're very hands-on. Just do a workman needeth not worry. In the School of Business, we have business intelligence and data analytics. We have engineering and management, financial information and analysis, global supply chain management, innovation, entrepreneurship, and mathematical econ. And what you're probably looking at here is that there's a bunch of ands in the School of Business, and that's because in the School of Business, a lot of the things are interdisciplinary. And what I mean is that you aren't just doing finance or macro or microeconomics, you're getting the core of both. So you're able to do a multitude of things when you step out to the workforce, because being a business major, you need that wide range of skills to be able to get employed in different places, because it's such a competitive market to get into. And we have a 95% placement rate, so we know what you need to do in order to be successful at the next step. In the School of Sciences, we have applied mathematics and stats, biology, biomolecular science, computer science, data science, environmental health, environmental science, and policy. You can see the campus behind us, so we're very concerned with the environment. We're located in Potsdam, New York, like I said, very close to the Adirondacks, a lot of mountains around us, so we are very important, play a lot of roles with the environment. Mathematics, physics, and psychology are some of the other majors in the School of Sciences. For the School of Arts, we have communications, digital arts and sciences, history, humanities, interdisciplinary liberal studies, political science, and social documentation. We also have some pre-health advising programs. So we have pre-med, pre-dental, pre-vet, pre-PT with DPT on campus. We have pre-OT with a master's on campus and pre-PA with a master's on campus. So what that means is that we have programs for grad students. So if you're interested in PT, OT, or PA, you can start at Clarkson and you have the opportunity to move on to the Clarkson Graduate School. We don't guarantee seats, but you do have a good chance that you'll get through to at least the interview phase of the graduate school process, which gives students a very good odds, and we reserve 10 seats for the students in that program. If you're undecided, but like I said, if you're undecided, you don't know what you want to do, but you know what kind of school you'd be in, then we have a couple different options for you to put down on your application. If you know you want to do some type of business studies, engineering studies, liberal arts, liberal studies, sciences, science studies, and if you just have no idea, but you know you want to come up to Clarkson and Potsdam, New York, university studies is your best bet for us. At Clarkson, we require that you do some type of professional experience, and here are a list of what we mean by that. So we require either an internship, co-op, or a research opportunity. Clarkson's a private research institution, which I've said, and so there's a lot of students that will take on research. Over the summer, they'll work with a professor that's maybe doing some research that they're interested in their field of study, or they'll come to a professor with a proposed research idea, and the professor will take on that idea as well, or students will do internships or co-ops over the summer. For the business students, we require that you do an international experience because, like I said, in order to be competitive in that job market, you need a wide range of skills. So we want them to have that global perspective, and that really shows when you have a broad opportunity under your belt that you can put on your resume as well. For student life, clubs and activities on campus, we're a 4-year residential campus. We have over 200 clubs. We have Greek life on campus, 9 fraternities, 4 sororities. We have different academic groups. We have 18 different sports teams, as well as 12 speed teams. We're located 20 miles from the Canadian border. Out of Montreal are a quick drive north for us. For athletics, we're Division I in men's and women's hockey, and we have 18 Division III teams. Here's a picture of our graduate students. We hope that you one day become one of those graduates. My name is Chris Miner. You can reach me at cminer, M-I-N-E-R, at clarkson.edu, and I look forward to working with you guys in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christopher, for sharing more with us about Clarkson University. For our next presentation, we'll be hearing from the University of Tennessee.
All right, good morning, guys. My name is Amanda Walk, and I am a regional admissions counselor for the University of Tennessee. So I'm based in Virginia and just work with students from the state of Virginia to help you through the application process. So first, I will start off by telling you a little bit about our location. We are located in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's about 8 hours from Northern Virginia and about 6 hours from Richmond. So we're close enough where you can still drive home, but far enough away where you're going to get a completely different experience. I love our campus and our location because we are right in the middle of downtown Knoxville. I think you kind of get the best of both worlds because our campus is very enclosed within the city. So you kind of get that college town feel. Everything is very centrally located. And even though it looks kind of large, it's not more than a 10 or 15 minute walk to get to most places. So you step off campus, you're right in the middle of downtown Knoxville where there's always lots of fun things going on, lots of great restaurants, as well as good opportunities for our students to do co-ops and internships. Our front yard is the Tennessee River and our backyard is a Great Smoky Mountains. So if you like outdoorsy things, we have tons of opportunities for you, kayaking, paddleboarding right near campus. There's also over 1,000 miles of hiking trails in the eastern part of Tennessee where we are. We have an airport about 15 minutes from campus, so it's easy to get back and forth. We are also within a day's drive of half the United States population, so lots of fun weekend road trips for our students. We're about 2 hours from Asheville, North Carolina, about 3 hours from Atlanta, and about 2.5 hours from Nashville. So I think we have a great location and one of the things that really draws students to the University of Tennessee. Overall, we have about 24,000 undergraduate students. I think it's a great size because you get all the perks of a big school, big Division I athletics, lots of research opportunities, but can still feel pretty small. Our student to faculty ratio is 17:1, and 71% of our classes have 50 students or less. Another perk of a larger institution is we do have over 360 different programs of study. So pretty much anything you want to study, we have available on our campus. We do have 9 academic colleges. The first is our Herbert College of Agriculture, which is home to our vet school. We are one of 30 accredited vet schools in the United States. So if you're interested in animal science or pre-vet, you can do that at UT. We have our College of Architecture and Design, which is home to architecture, interior architecture, and graphic design. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest college. There's lots of unique liberal arts majors. We have a School of Music, as well as our world-renowned forensics program. Additionally, that's where all of our pre-professional programs are. So if you want to do pre-med or pre-dentistry or even pre-law, we actually have a law school on our campus. Our Haslam College of Business has a wide array of business majors. Our College of Communication Information is home to majors like advertising, journalism, and public relations. Our College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences offers teaching certification in every area except for PE. Our Tickle College of Engineering has pretty much every area of engineering, from aerospace to nuclear, mechanical, and the #1 ranked metallurgical engineering program in the country. Our College of Nursing is a direct admit nursing program, and our College of Social Work is our smallest college on campus. For students that are from Virginia, we do participate in the Academic Common Market. If you're not familiar with this program, it is a program where if a major is not offered in your home state, you're able to go out of state for in-state tuition. So at UT, we have 8 majors that qualify you for in-state tuition. We don't limit the number of students that are in the program, and you can start your freshman year. So this is a great way to go out of state for an affordable cost. Supply chain management is typically the most popular for students from Virginia. It is one of the top 5 supply chain programs in the nation and has a very high job placement rate. Nuclear engineering is one of the oldest and most prestigious programs in the country. And we are actually located right down the road from Oak Ridge National Laboratory, which is the largest Department of Energy research facility in the country. So if you are interested in doing research, there are lots of great opportunities there. Additionally, it is home to the world's 2nd largest supercomputer. So that is something that that's attractive to a lot of students. Other majors that qualify are linguistics, interior architecture, anthropology, special education, Portuguese, and sacred music. As far as your experience as a UT student, I'll hit on some of the high points. You are required to live on campus as a freshman, so we do have a very residential campus. We have 14 different residence halls, as well as 14 living and learning communities. So that's where you live with people you share a common interest with. It's a great way to make a larger campus feel a little bit smaller because you're living with the people that you go to class with, you can study together, and just makes your circle of familiar faces a little bit smaller. Additionally, freshmen are required to have unlimited meal plans, so you can go in and out of the dining hall as often as you want. You get free laundry, and you can have a car on campus your freshman year. We have over 600 clubs and organizations, so tons of things to get involved in. Intramural and club sports are very popular. Also, we are Division I. We compete in the SEC, so athletic events are an important part of our campus culture. Behind me, you'll see Neyland Stadium, which is one of the top 5 largest football stadiums in the entire country, and it becomes the 5th largest city in Tennessee on game day. We also have sororities and fraternities on our campus. About 25% of our students are involved in that. We're very committed to student success at UT. We have a wonderful career center, as well as an academic success center. So you have all the academic resources that you need to be successful. Something that's new this year is our Vol Success teams. And that is a team that is assigned to you your freshman year and sticks with you all 4 years so that you always have a familiar face, whether you have questions about academics or how to pay your bill. Your team consists of your academic advisor, an academic coach, as well as a one-stop counselor. We also have great study abroad options. Last year, we had students in every continent but Antarctica and over 50 different countries. We would love for you to come visit. We are doing campus tours right now. We also have a wide range of virtual experiences available for you, from open houses to being able to chat with a student to sitting in on classes. So definitely encourage you to come to Knoxville and visit us or check out our virtual experiences. And last, if you want to know how to become a volunteer, we do have an early action deadline of November the 2nd. Definitely encourage you to apply early if you are interested in our Honors and Scholars program or competitive scholarships. You'll be notified in mid-December if you apply early. Regular admission is December 15th, and you'll be notified in mid-February. So definitely apply by those dates if you want to be considered for scholarships. This is my information. Again, my name is Amanda Walk, and I'm a regional admissions counselor for the University of Tennessee. You can always reach me by phone or by email, or you can set up an individual appointment with me, and I'm happy to help you on your path to becoming a Vol. So thank you and have a great day.
Great. Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing more with us about the University of Tennessee. Our next presentation will be from Nova Southeastern University.
Alrighty, hello everybody. My name is Lanisha. I'm a representative from Nova Southeastern University. We are a private selective research institution in sunny South Florida, located in Fort Lauderdale. Just to give you a little bit about us, we are a smaller school. We have about 5,600 students, undergrad students here on campus, and our average class size is 17. We like to have this because we like to have a mentorship here on campus and a more focused connection with students. We also have a dedicated career coach for all of our students that stay with you all 4 years. We are highly ranked on the best colleges and Forbes America's top colleges. And one of our core values here at Nova Southeastern University is diversity. Representatives from 50 states and over 100 countries. We're heavy on research as well, and we'll get in a little bit more about that as we continue. But we're involved in over 225 research projects here. We have a huge variety of areas of study. We have over 50 undergraduate areas of study, anything from pre-nursing to biology to pre-law. And that's always a really great thing because we have a nice inverted pyramid of going into our graduates and other things here on campus. We have an ocean of opportunities as well. We have our experiential learning. This is our Excel program. Every student, undergrad student, is required to have 3 Excel units. This can be anything from taking a course at our university, internships here, which we have over 1,000, study abroad opportunities, and research opportunities for our undergraduates as well. Just to talk a little bit more about our study abroad, we have anything that ranges from 1 week to anywhere from a semester. And it's great because we pretty much go everywhere in the world other than Antarctica. Talking a little bit about career development, we have something called Edge Advisors. These are professionals in their field that know exactly what they're doing in that field, and they have a great mentorship opportunity there because not only are they your academic advisor, but they're also your career coach for all 4 years. So you're not constantly having to switch counselors and having to re-explain your story and your career. So that's always a great opportunity. As far as research goes, we have anything from anti-cancer therapies to coral reef restoration at our Oceanographic Center in Dania Beach, which is a great opportunity for students looking into marine science. Talking a little bit about our premier programs here at Nova Southeastern University, we have our Honors College. This is a great opportunity for students who are looking to get a more mentorship education here at Nova. It's even smaller class sizes, so the typical class sizes will be anywhere from 8 to 10. And it's a great opportunity for students to have a more hands-on, in-depth learning on a specific topic rather than something broad. Talking a little bit about our second premier program, which is our Razor's Edge. This is an opportunity for our students to have a academic and co-curricular interest in combining it with an on-campus residential living experience. It's 4 years that you would have to be living on campus, but it's a great opportunity to make friends right away and to have students that are in the same areas of study as you that are working all towards the same goal. So that's always a really popular one for our Razor's Edge. Talking about our dual admission, which is one of our most popular programs here at Nova Southeastern University. And what this is it's a reserved seat in one of Nova's graduate or professional programs while earning your bachelor's degree. So you would apply to this program before coming to campus, and you would have an opportunity to interview with one of our department heads and getting a seat as a graduate student, even before starting your degree as a bachelor's degree, which is really incredible and definitely for a student who knows exactly what they want to do and knows that they need to get into a second level education moving past their bachelor's degree. Moving on to our next premier program, which is the Fischler Academy. This is a 3+1 expedited program. It's a really great opportunity for students who know they want to be a K-12 teacher because it's a guaranteed job placement in a South Florida school district right after you graduate. And it's a really great way to start your career early and to get your experience up and running before anyone else does. Talking a little bit about our Huizinga Business Innovation Academy, very similar to our Fischler Academy premier program, except this is business related. This is again, accelerated 3+1 bachelor's and master's program. There's an internship required, and upon completion of the program, you can be considered for up to $20,000 in grant money to start your business and get it up and running, which is a really great opportunity for students who are serious about entrepreneurship. So talking about some So I know we talked about a lot and we have a lot of programs to offer. The first thing that you want to do in order to get the ball rolling on any of these programs or any of these opportunities is to submit your application to NOVA. This can be done through the Common app, or this can be done through our website, which is the Shark Select app. After that, once you get that application in, we will ask if you want to do those Premier programs to submit your Premier program application, which can be found on our website as well. And lastly, in order to be submitted into those amazing programs, you would need to participate in an interview and get accepted. So how would you do that? So we have our Shark Preview Weekend, which is virtual this year because of COVID, but it's going to be a great experience for students to know what it's like to be on campus and for you to interview for what we have on campus. Again, we do require that students have live on campus for their first 48 credits. We have 2 residential halls here. There's a triple and also a residential, which is a 4 suite. And then we also have a really great experience for students as far as clubs and activities. We do have free Miami tickets, free Miami Heat ticket games. So we always encourage students to come to that. We are located in sunny South Florida. Again, 3 from Orlando and 1 hour from the Keys.
Thank you so much. We've reached the end of our time. So thank you for getting that connected information. We hope the students will grab a screenshot to connect more with Nova Southeastern following today. Thank you so much. Just a quick reminder to our attendees, please, please, please put in a question to the Q&A. It can be directed to a specific representative, or it can be directed to all of our representatives to answer about their particular programs, a major, or activities on campus. All right, our next presentation will be from Full Sail University.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. My name is Emily Miller, and I'm with Full Sail University. If you haven't heard of us before, we are an entertainment, media, art, and technology university down in Orlando, Florida. It's an awesome place to be for entertainment because we've got the theme parks, lots of tech in the area, game studios. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But first, I want to start off with a quick video just to give you a brief introduction to who we are and what we do. So that video gave just a brief introduction into our programs and what we do. You might notice that we have film programs, we have music and recording, we have art, we even have programs like business and sportscasting. So it spans a whole spectrum of different careers, but they all focus on entertainment in some way. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what makes Full Sail stand out. As a university, we do have a couple things in our education model that make us pretty unique. The first one is that instead of taking 4 years to get a bachelor's degree, it only takes 20 months if you're an on-campus student and 29 months if you're online. So right around 2 years. That's really advantageous for students going into these competitive industries because you can take 2 years to do all of your schooling and then have those other 2 years that you would otherwise be in college to start climbing up your career ladder to reach your dream career. The next one is that we start anytime. We have a rolling admissions process, so you could apply throughout the year, but you could also start throughout the year. We actually start a new class of students every single month. You see here on the right, real world. We like to focus on real world education. We want you to practice for the future career that you're going to have. So in our degree programs, you are not only, learning these things, but you're also doing them by hand. You're making projects, portfolios, and really just getting practice for what you'll be doing in the future. And you'll be able to do that with the gear that you are provided as a student. Each student receives what's called a project lunchbox. This is a separate from tuition fee, but can be included in financial aid. And this is a computer plus all of the hardware and software that you'll need to be successful as a student. You can keep this forever, after you graduate from Full Sail, And even as a student, you can use this technology to be able to do freelance gigs, which is awesome for students here. Speaking of students, there is lots to do on campus when we're not shut down for the pandemic. We have a lot of events, clubs. You can see on the next slide, there are a lot of them. And if you saw, or if you don't see one that you're interested in, you could always make your own. It's a very easy process. I do want to highlight one called our Full Sail Armada. This is our competitive esports league. If you are a gamer, I highly suggest looking into this. Right now, our Armada teams are playing around, competing in around 10 to 12 different games. And they do that in the Fortress, which is the biggest collegiate esports arena on a college campus in the United States. So we're very excited about that. Next up, career development. This is something that we really focus on. We want all of our students to not only know how to do their future job, but we also want them to know how to get the future job, right? It's very important to know how to do it, an interview and do it really well, how to write a resume that looks good, how to network with people in a world where, you know, a lot of our communication is virtual, getting to know how to do that face-to-face. So each of our graduates and current students, they get to work with an alumni advisor in career development, and they are going to help these students from the time they start at Full Sail until the time they graduate, and then also, again, alumni advisor beyond graduation. They help them get with some pretty cool companies. These are companies that some of our graduates have worked at in recent years. And while they're students on campus, they get to meet with the advisors as often as they want. We have open office hours each Wednesday. And then once they graduate, they can call back and get help with any of these job skills or getting a job in general. And students can also come back to campus and sit in on classes that they took as a student for the rest of their lives. This is important because technology changes a lot. So if you can come back, retake these classes, and kind of get yourself to a level playing field in your industry, you'll always be able to stay working as technology advances. Last but not least, I want to tell you quickly how to get started. You can see on here, it says, if you are serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That is our motto. Our founder said it back in 1979. Now, over 70,000 graduates later, we have a lot of students that have gotten to pursue their dreams in wonderful, exciting fields. So maybe that could be you. I do want to refer you to our scholarship guide. On our website, you can find information about tuition, financial aid, the scholarship guides where you're going to want to look to learn how to get these scholarships. We also take Bright Futures, the prepaid program, and then FAFSA for any student that qualifies. You can get more information about all of this by scanning the QR code here. I'll leave that up for just a second. You can always email me. At the bottom here, my email is elmiller@fullsail.com. I'd be more than happy to take any questions. Again, if you have questions, put those in the Q&A. And Jennifer, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you so much, Emily, for sharing more about Full Sail University. Our next institution will be Lincoln Memorial University.
Hello, everybody. I am Rachel, and I am excited to tell you about Lincoln Memorial University. I have not one, but 2 degrees from LMU, and I work here also. I can't even imagine a better place to call home. So this is a picture of our historic main campus. We are in East Tennessee, right on the border of Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee. We're about an hour north of Knoxville from the UT campus that you saw just a minute ago. And as you can see, we have the Cumberland Mountain Range right in our backyard, and the entrance to the Cumberland Gap National Park is within walking distance of our front door. You can also tell here that we've got the mountains nearby, but the elevation where we are is actually pretty low, so we don't get any of the major snow events that happen in the higher areas of the mountains. This is another view of our beautiful 1,000-acre campus. In the foreground is our DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine, and then there behind that's Village. Those are our apartment-style residence halls. And then you can also see from this vantage point our state-of-the-art math and science building, and over on the left is our brand new veterinary health science building. So here's sort of LMU in a nutshell. We're private. We were established in 1897. So as a private school, I'll just remind you, that means we do not charge out-of-state tuition. And after Tennessee and Kentucky, Virginia students make up the largest portion of our student body. We have around 5,000 students altogether, and 3,000 of those are in one of our graduate programs. So they may be in medicine or veterinary medicine, law, education. But about 2,000 of our 5,000 students are like you. They're just starting their first 4-year bachelor's degree, or they may be here also looking at one of our 2-year associate's degrees. So our incoming students average about a 23 ACT and a 3.49 on the GPA. But we have students with significantly lower scores as well. And we have a lot of academic support for them. So I encourage you to go ahead and apply regardless of where you're at academically at this moment. You may wonder how a school named after Abraham Lincoln got to Tennessee. Well, in the Cumberland Mountains, right where we are, there's a very big, important notch in the mountains that allows people to pass back and forth. And the people here in this community stayed loyal to Lincoln's army during the war. And he was so thankful that they allowed people to come back and forth through the Cumberland Gap right here in this area. He told one of his generals he wished he could do something to reward us down here. So that general, General Howard was his name, came down and founded the university as a living monument to Lincoln. So that's how we got here. We're happy that we have lots of religious organizations on campus, but in fact, we have never received any money from a denomination or a particular kind of church. So we are fully private and fully non-denominational. We offer more than 30 undergraduate degrees. Our most popular is nursing, pre-health biology, vet science, exercise science. And like I mentioned, we also have associate's degrees here, and we are I was going to say we can accept Tennessee Promise, but you all are Virginia folks, so we won't go into that right now. Our residential living options range from the inexpensive traditional 2-person dorms that are filled with all kinds of crazy activities, or also we have apartment style residence halls where students have a washer and a dryer and a kitchen and a common area to share with their friends. We are very proud of our sports teams at LMU. Abe Lincoln himself was known for his athletic ability. He was able to split a tree into rails to make pasture fences faster than anybody. So his nickname was Abe the Rail Splitter, and that's our nickname too. We're a Division II school at the South Atlantic Conference with 23 competitive sports teams in every possible field you can imagine. We do not have football, unfortunately, but we have lots of school spirit with our other teams. We have 13 SAC regular season crowns, and our athletes regularly receive the ADA Academic Achievement Awards. We have lots of facilities on campus. One of my favorites is a swimming pool where you can get exercise, or you can also just enjoy our movie nights in the swimming pool where we all hang out on floaties and watch movies together. LMU was a work college when it was started, and some of our buildings here on campus were built by students themselves, and community service is still an important part of what we do, well, which also leads into some internship opportunities for students as well. And the surrounding Gatlinburg, Sevierville, Knoxville communities are very open to having our students come there to complete their graduate, or rather to complete their community service hours. As I mentioned before, we have a Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine program here, right here on our main campus, and also in Knoxville. We also have Duncan School of Law, which is the #1 Tennessee school for the bar pass rate. Very proud of that. Our Doctor of Veterinary Medicine students have their own farm that we call it just over the border in Virginia with 185,000 square feet facility there. So our students aren't guaranteed a spot into one of our graduate programs, but the transition from undergrad to graduate is much easier when you can stay right here on one campus like these students can. Almost 60% of our students are the first in their generation to go to college. So we specialize in helping students like that get acclimated to the opportunities that we have here. If you want to apply, you can go to lmunet.edu, look right up at the top there. We also accept the Common App. The nice thing is too, we have a chat that's very popular on our website where you can just pop on there anytime and ask questions and you'll get an answer from a real life person. We have a virtual tour that you can take on campus, which is a really interesting technology. I encourage you to look at that. You're also welcome to come to campus for a socially distanced visit, or holler at us. We'll jump on Facebook and turn on Facebook Live and walk around campus, and you can see the campus and ask us whatever you want. Again, our email, or rather our website, is lmunet.edu. My name is Rachel Schott. This is my cell phone number, so feel free to call or text me anytime. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Rachel, for sharing more about Lincoln Memorial University. Our sixth school today that we'll be hearing from is Liberty University.
Good morning, y'all. My name is John Travis. I'm an admissions representative from Liberty University. I graduated from Liberty in 2018, and I met my wife at Liberty, so I have a very personal connection to the university. Additionally, I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia, where Liberty is located, but enough about me. Let's talk about Liberty. It is one of the world's largest Christian universities with over 200 undergraduate degree programs housed by 15 different schools and colleges. Our enrollment right now for the fall semester is around 13,500 to about 15,000. But let's talk about academics. What you're seeing now is a list of all the schools where you could study. Some programs that I always enjoy highlighting are your School of Aeronautics, Business, Education, and Nursing. I really do believe that these are some of the areas where we do have top programs in the country. Additionally, within these schools, we offer programs like pre-law, pre-med, pre-PT, pre-vet, and more. Now, something we do recognize is important to students to feel seen, heard, and understood. And so our professors do play a large part in that by offering 10 office hours weekly where you can come in and ask questions or seek guidance. Additionally, to make sure you don't feel overwhelmed, we do have a 21-to-1 student to professor ratio in class. And then in partnership with LUSend, we are able to offer study abroad opportunities. As I mentioned, we are a large school, but we do offer 20 NCAA Division I sports, including football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more. And if your sport isn't offered at the Division I level, we do have over 40 club sports teams. But if you're looking to have fun and still compete, we do offer over 20 intramural sports. And for more information on our sports, visit www.libertyflames.com. Now, food's very important to me, and it is to our students as well. And as a result, Liberty has been rated #1 in the U.S. 2 years in a row recently. And aside from our main dining hall, we do offer some retail dining locations, including a Chick-fil-A on campus, but 4 within a 5-mile radius of campus, 3 Dunkin' Donuts, and 2 Starbucks again on campus. With housing in mind, we have been rated #9 in the U.S. as a result of our 3 housing styles, which include the classic, which resembles the traditional long hallway with 2 to 3 people per room and a community bathroom, apartment style, which resembles a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom apartment with a washer and dryer unit, and finally, the hotel style, which is like a 2-person hotel room with a private bathroom and controlled heating and air. Also at Liberty, we are represented by all 50 states and over 70 countries, so you're guaranteed to meet someone from somewhere you've never been. On campus, we do offer a lot of ways for our students to have fun. We offer first Snowflex. It's a year-round skiing, snowboarding, and tubing lodge on campus. Then we have Coffee House, put on by our Student Activities Department. It's a talent show where students can do their favorite musical, comedy, or dance acts, and we'll do some funny videos in between. We also have Convocation, which is the largest weekly gathering of Christian young people in the world, and currently it's being held virtually. But we do have speakers like Simone Biles, Steph Curry, Steve Forbes, and more come in and speak to our students. And finally, we have a workout facility with just about everything you could ask for, including like a 3-story rock climbing wall. Our admissions process starts with your application. We are accepting applications from students for up to the fall 22 semester. And for the fall 21 semester, we are test optional. Anything beyond that is to be determined. We don't have any hard admissions requirements, but we do take all things into consideration. So please submit everything you have. As a student at Liberty, we want to make sure that you feel supported academically, mentally, spiritually, and with your future in mind. So in partnership with our College of Applied Studies and Academic Success, we offer peer-reviewed tutoring services where you can go for additional assistance from some upperclassmen in that major. Then if you need additional time taking tests or you want to take a CLEP or institutional challenge exam, we have a testing center in that office as well. We then have our Career Center, which is there to offer cover letter and resume writing workshops, as well as career-specific coaching and fairs to prepare you for life after college. And finally, in partnership with our Center for Health and Wellness, we emphasize your wellness by offering multiple wellness initiatives, including mental health as well as spiritual wellness through counseling services. When considering cost, Liberty University is in the lower 25% of all private universities. Then to assist with fighting the cost of college, 96% of our students do receive some form of financial aid, including a merit or need-based scholarship or grant, outside scholarships, and if you have to take out loans, that is a thing. One example of a merit-based scholarship would be the Liberty Academic Scholarship, where students can qualify for $1,500 to a full tuition academic scholarship by submitting their unweighted high school GPA that comes when you apply, and your SAT or ACT super scores. So like I said, we are test optional, but we do want to reward you if you have taken either of those tests. We also do offer work study and student work positions. We are currently holding classes and visits in person. Again, we're socially distancing as well as wearing masks. So if you'd like to come see us on campus, we do have a daily tour. Experience LU, which is a full day event where you can come tour the campus, hear an admissions presentation, have lunch, and you'll talk with the faculty and staff of the program you're interested in, as well as college for a weekend. I'd recommend visiting www.liberty.edu/visit us to read more about college for a weekend, as it's currently undergoing some adjustments to promote COVID-regulated guidelines. And finally, If you'd like to claim an app fee waiver, you can text the number on your screen, so JT to 49596, and a link will be sent directly to your phone. You'll click on the link, and it'll pull up your browser. You can hit application, or you can actually apply there for free with no commitment. And then also, if you have any questions, my email is right there, jrtravis@liberty.edu. Please email me. I'd love to answer any questions you might have about Liberty University, or while we still have some time, drop them in the Q&A section below. But thank you guys so much for your time. I do hope you have a great rest of your day, and go Flames.
Great, thank you so much, John Travis, for finishing your, for sharing your information about Liberty. We enjoyed hearing that. Right now, I would like to invite all of our representatives to turn on their cameras again and kind of come back to the group. We have just a few more minutes for our attendees to think if they have any questions that they want to ask in that Q&A. So we will go around, and in the same order that you all presented, and as the person ahead of you finishes, feel free to just turn off your mic and dive right in to share a favorite event, tradition, experience, something that gives a little bit more insight for everyone watching about your school's student experience. Something that's a real maybe highlight of the year. And we'll begin with Clarkson.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go first. So something that's very interesting to me is that I actually went to St. Lawrence. There's 4 colleges up in the Potsdam, New York area. I actually went to St. Lawrence, which is the rival school of Clarkson, so that's kind of ironic. But one of the biggest things that I've noticed that is very huge is the rivalry games in hockey between the two schools. ESPN comes out every year for it. We're Division I, both schools. So it's a huge rivalry game. It's called the Route 11 rivalry, which is the road that connects the schools. And Clarkson has a massive pep band. They get a huge crowd every time. It's like the biggest event, and it's usually during their KOGO weekend, or cold out, gold out. So that's like our whole school colors. Everyone will come out for that. Alumni will be there. It's a huge deal. It's just one of the best times of year to be up here, especially in the wintertime. Great season for us.
So one of my favorite traditions at UT is because of our location right on the river, we are one of the few places in the country where you can sailgate instead of tailgate. So we have a ton of fans that will come and bring their boats. They call themselves the Vol Navy. And it's really kind of a fun thing to do. Like, some of them are houseboats that, I mean, you could like live on these boats. So it's really, really exciting to be on campus, to sailgate before games, and just go straight from your boat into the stadium. So we have lots and lots of cool game day traditions, but that's one of my favorites.
So a little bit about NSU. When you are a marine science major, one of the requirements is actually getting scuba certified with PADI, which is a great experience for students who are looking into marine biology, because it's a great way to really get in depth and really get in close with our coral and our marine life here. We also have a really great ecosystem here. We have 2. Not only do we have our oceans, which is super close to us, like I mentioned earlier, but we also have the Everglades, which is also a whole nother ecosystem that's a really great opportunity to study. But if you've never been scuba certified, I highly recommend trying it, because it's a terrifying experience, but once you do it, it is an exceptionally fun experience and a great learning curve. So that's one thing that I love about NSU here.
At Full Sail, one of our biggest traditions, and my favorite, is our Hall of Fame ceremony. It's our celebration once a year that is kind of a homecoming for all of our graduates. And it's a big way to honor our students that have done well out in the entertainment industry. So we're an entertainment school. We have an award ceremony, kind of like the Oscars or Grammys or something like that. Bring them to campus and honor graduates that have been successful and done big things in their field for the past 10 years. In addition to that, it's a whole week of celebrations. We have a lot of fun events on campus. My favorite part is that they bring in a lot of food trucks. So it's just a lot of fun, lots of ways to celebrate and have our graduates come back and connect together. So again, that's called our Hall of Fame ceremony.
I think since we're almost at Halloween, I will tell you about the Lincoln Memorial University Paranormal Club. So I don't know how many other colleges have a paranormal club, but we have one. It's quite active and quite interesting, especially around Halloween. We also have a cemetery that's not far from campus where, you can believe it or not, there's a headstone there that has a leg, and that's it. It says this man's name and his leg, and that's the only thing that's buried there, not the rest of his body, just his leg. So we've been here long enough, and we have some really old creepy buildings, so we have lots of exciting paranormal things going on around here.
To keep mine short, I actually talked about it. It's my personal favorite event is Coffee House. There's 2 a year. Like I said, it's that big talent show. I've had the privilege of being in it a couple times, but really our Christmas one is always going to be like our most sold out one. I believe it's on record as one of the most attended events in Lynchburg history. Typically we'll have anywhere from 10 to 12,000 people actually in the Vine Center, which is usually where we hold convocation, but again, we're changing it a little bit this year because of COVID related guidelines. But if you can watch it on social media, I believe it'd be Liberty SA on Instagram. I would strongly recommend getting plugged in and seeing how we have fun on campus. But like I said, Coffee House is my personal favorite.
Very cool. Thank you all for sharing that. I hope it gave everyone attending a little more insight to the experience. Well, we've come to the end of our time together. Thank you everyone for joining us. To our presenters, thank you so much for sharing great facts and information, but also your passion for each of your institutions. And to our attendees for spending some time with us today. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this session is just one of many being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recordings, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.